The Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by former guest of the show and Matt Landowski and Sweet Hand Sports. Our mission at Sweet Hand Sports is to gear you up for greatness. With our top tier gloves, you are set to grip, win, and dominate. Grip your victory and leave your mark on the game. Sweet Hand Sports brings you batting gloves and now golf gloves that are designed to be durable and breathable. Go to sweethandsports.com, use the promo code BONO10 and save yourself 10%. Grip your victory at Sweet Hand Sports. Once again, sweethandsports.com, promo code BONO10 to save yourself 10%. The Ride Home Rants podcast is also brought to you by Buddy's Beard Care. Buddy's Beard Care provides premium men's grooming product at an affordable price. Products are made in Ohio, and Buddy's Beard Care supports local. The majority of their suppliers are from other Ohio-based companies. You can find them on social media at Buddy's Beard Care or online at buddysbeardcare.com. He has sent me a complimentary bottle of their beard balm. My beard has never felt softer. It has never been more tamed and has never grown faster or looked healthier. I've been using these products for a little while now, and I love every minute of it. Once again, buddysbeardcare.com. Use the promo code Mike Bono and save yourself 15%. Next, we are brought to you by Tactical Brotherhood. The Tactical Brotherhood is a movement to support America. We believe that there is a gap in focus when it comes to companies that support America. We want to be the front lines of supporting Americans and are determined to find something worth being proud of in every aspect of our military, starting with the men and women who serve and protect us. Our mission is simple: to unite like-minded individuals by celebrating what makes each one of us unique Americans. You don't have to be a veteran to join us. You just have to love America. Go to tacticalbrotherhood.com, use the promo code Mike Bono, and save yourself 10%. Once again, the tacticalbrotherhood.com, promo code Mike Bono, save yourself 10%. Next, we are brought to you by Deemed Fit, a clothing company brought to you by first responders for first responders. They are a clothing apparel company that helps those who have worked through the COVID-19 pandemic and also for all the first responders with their mental and physical health. Deemed Fit donates 100% of their net profits from the Never Forget collection sales to the Tunnel of Towers Foundation to support those from 9/11. Once again, go to deemedfit.com. Check out all of their great products. All of them have great messages. They fit and look great. Use the promo code Mike Bono and save yourself 10%. By supporting Deemed Fit through your own purchase, gifts bought for your friends, family, and colleagues, or by becoming one of our brand ambassadors, you become part of the Deemed Fit family. Don't miss out on this great way to help and support everyone who has helped and supported our country. Deemedfit.co, promo code Mike Bono, and save yourself 10%. Next, we have Shankit Golf. Shankit Golf is golf apparel made for the everyday golfer. We're not going to go out and shoot a 6 under par. We're probably going to shoot a 6 over par, but we are going to give you the gear to help you rock it on and off of the course. Our goal here at Shankit Golf is for everyone to have a great time on and off of the course, and we're going to help you look great while doing it. Go to shankitgolf.com, use the promo code Mike Bono, and save yourself 10%. Once again, shankitgolf.com, promo code Mike Bono, and save yourself 10%. Lastly, the Ride Home Rants podcast is brought to you by Web Western. Web Western is for those who roll up their sleeves and do what it takes to get the job done. The arrow serves as a constant reminder to be a straight shooter, no excuses, no bullshit, just honest hard work. It's a brand that reflects the passion within us to lend a hand when it is needed, fight to protect our God-given rights, and live life like there is no tomorrow. Be a straight shooter. Now, let's start the show. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Ride Home Rants podcast. This is, as always, your host, Mike Bono. I got a great guest for us today. He's coming to us from the Cleveland area. He is the financial aid counselor at Baldwin Wallace University, and that is Rudy Kuntz joins the show. Rudy, thank you for joining, man.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. So, like we said there, you are originally from the Cleveland area originally. Which suburb did you grow up in there? And tell folks a little bit about yourself and where you grew up.
Yeah, of course. So I grew up in Seven Hills. So it's a smaller town next to Parma. Went to Normandy High School. So I've kind of been around the Cleveland area my whole life. Yeah, that's the upbringing.
Cool. So with that, you chose BW as your college of choice. Why BW, and what were you involved in during your time there as a student at BW?
Yeah, of course. So it's kind of funny because my high school and BW are actually on the same road, just a little further down.
Okay.
Didn't plan it that didn't plan it that way. But I went to BW just that first time on campus. It's something about it. I had that feeling that yeah, like I need to go here, just because it was so close to Cleveland. It was close to home, so I could commute, save some money, not living on campus. Yeah, that's kind of the main reason. It just felt like home.
I gotcha. I hear that a lot from a lot of the BW people that we have had on there, whether they're either just working there or they were an alum that is now working there. That it's just BW just kind of has it takes a hold of you when you get there. Did you kind of feel that like as soon as you walked on campus? Was there anybody there that kind of like really made the decision easy for you to say, okay, yeah, this is it for me?
Yeah, it was kind of as soon as I walked on. I had a visit with my parents, and just walking around, it just felt nice. And then as my time there, the people are awesome. So that's kind of kept me there and made that experience such a good time.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty consistent with what I hear. Everyone rants and raves about BW. Never been there personally, but I feel like I have with it from everybody that we've talked to from there, and Johnny being there too as well at BW now and everything like that. So I really get the feel of it there. But you now work there in the financial aid, like I said. Was that your first job out of college, or did you work somewhere else before that, before coming back to your alma mater?
Yeah, I worked somewhere else. So I actually was a work study student in the financial aid office.
Okay.
So I worked there when I was a student doing lower tasks. After I graduated, did my own thing for a little bit, went and was a personal finance advisor. That didn't last very long. It was more of
Okay.
a sales role and found out very quick that sales is not my thing. And then I worked for a software company in their tech support center. Also not my thing. So then a position opened back up at the BW Financial Aid Office, and I decided to apply, and they welcomed me back. And I've been there, oh gosh, 8 years now. Almost, it'll be 8 years in August that I've been full time there.
Okay. So yeah, you've been there a little while.
Yeah.
After going and doing your own route. Yeah, as somebody who's worked in sales for almost 14 years now, yeah, it's not for everybody. I get it, but that's kind of along the same lines with financial aid. I would say there. I guess there has to be a little bit of a sales tactic to it, or is it more just like, hey, it's more cut and dry. This is our package. This is what we can do for you. It's been a little while since I've been in college, and I don't remember the financial aid portion of it too well.
Yeah. So there can be a sales aspect to it. We like to think it's more cut and dry. Like, here's the number, here's what you're going to pay. But it is a lot of back and forth. And then seeing what else we can do to help lower the cost for people. So that's where that sales comes in and trying to get them to come to the campus and actually deposit and things like that. I'm sure you heard that a lot from Johnny. He has the more of that sales role than I do. But yeah, there is a little aspect of it in financial aid.
Yeah. So with working there, what's a day to day like there working in the financial aid office?
Yeah. So a lot of face to face or phone calls with families and students. That's kind of a third of it. I would say another big chunk is behind the scenes processing that a lot of people don't see. So we're trying to manage both of those aspects of, you know, having those conversations about just random questions that students may have, questions about their offer letters. A big one is needing more money, of course, not able to
Obviously,
pay.
obviously.
And then, yep. But yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes processing that people don't know about that we do, adjusting offer letters, making sure we're complying with federal regulations. That's kind of the boring aspect of it, but important because we need to comply with everything that the federal and state government says that we need to comply with. If we don't, they don't like that very much. So yeah, making sure we are following the rules is a big portion of that too.
Well, you got to keep Uncle Sam happy.
Of
He
course.
has to be happy for everyone to be happy. Isn't that how it's supposed to
Absolutely.
be, right? Absolutely. So it's interesting work. I know my sister did it at West Liberty University, is where she is currently at the financial aid office out there. So I don't know if she's more in like a Johnny role rather than your role, but I mean, she's been
Hmm.
there a couple of years. She seems to love it. I don't know. As somebody who's been in sales, I need that face to face contact, I guess, and also being a comedian, I need that back and forth, I guess, more for me. I guess
Yeah,
I'm a little. I after over a decade of doing something, you kind of get used to it, and people hate the back and forth. Like I love the negotiating, I guess you could say. Even when I'm on stage, like if somebody's heckling me, like there's a negotiation into that where I'm going to ruin your night, and you're not going to like it because I'm a comedian and I have a microphone, and I'm going to ruin your night.
yeah,
But how far do you want to take this? Because I'll go till till you can't anymore. Which is all like that goes back to sales. Like it's whoever is willing to blink first. I mean, obviously you don't have that. It's not like a strict sales role. Like you have numbers that you have to hit, and like I mean, it kind of is what it is. Like here's what it costs to go to school here. Here's what you're going to pay. I would imagine is the
basically.
majority of it.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I don't know if I could do that. Is it more of a desk job than it is more of getting out and talking to people? Like I everyone thinks they want that desk job. I had to do it for like 2 months at my current day job, and I was ready to lose my mind with being stuck behind a desk. So I don't know how people do that. Like, how do you sit behind a desk all day? Like, how do you get your
It's
job?
yeah, it is a desk job. So the students will come to us, usually to our office. There are occasions where we go out to different places on campus and have events or different things, and we get out, and it feels nice. But yeah, that processing, sitting behind a desk, basically the whole day. When students come in, that's when I get up. I always try to take some breathers and walk around the building or something to stretch out. But it was a huge adjustment in the working world. Excuse me, to be behind a desk for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, that just, I mean, I was behind it for anywhere from 8 to 11 hours a day. And I was just, it all stemmed from, I was in an accident, and I had to be stuck in on desk duty. Like typically my day job, I'm up, I'm moving around, I'm talking to people everywhere at once, it seems like. And then I finally sit down at my desk, and it's like, wow, now I got paperwork to do. But like
Yeah,
I was strictly doing all of that, and it was just like, okay, so when can I get off of desk duty? Like
you're right.
when am I done with this? Because I'm over it. I can't do this. I gotta move. So yeah, like kudos to you for being able to do it, because like I originally thought when I was in college, like, yeah, I want that like 9 to 5. I'm gonna sit behind the
Hmm.
desk. It's gonna be great. No, I got way too much energy for that. I'm way too ADD for for that type of job.
Totally
Uh,
understand.
yeah, I guess it's not for everybody. But so since you are from the Cleveland area, what would you recommend for a visitor to do around the city and the suburbs if they are to visit the city? As somebody who has visited Cleveland a lot, I do have a lot of shows that I do up in the Cleveland area. Do love going to the Cleveland area, but what would you recommend for people who haven't been there?
Yeah, I'm a huge foodie, so
It's
definitely different restaurants around the area. Yeah, there's like a Filipino restaurant in Olmsted Falls, kind of by campus. I try not to go there multiple times a week. It's just so good. There are a ton of good food options in Cleveland. It's dangerous.
so you said a Filipino restaurant. I've never had Filipino food. What is Filipino food
Yeah, of
consist of?
course. So the thing I can closely relate it to is it's like you have like chicken teriyaki from like
Yeah,
Sarku or one of those places.
yeah.
It's kind of like that, but they marinate it in a pineapple, so it has a little more like tang to it. And they use like a garlic fried rice, but they have like barbecue chicken and some just crazy things. But it's pretty good if you haven't had it before.
Yeah, I don't even know like what, I didn't even know what Filipino food was like to even
Yeah,
like. if I saw somewhere like, oh yeah, I can order that. That's Filipino. I have no idea what that is.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I love food. You don't become a comedian and get to travel as much as you do and not love to find different spots to eat at and find different food or just whatever's quick and easy because you're on the road a
Yep,
lot.
imagine.
But so what are some of like your favorite, like do you have any exact favorite spots up in Cleveland for food up there
Yeah,
other than
gosh,
the
it's
Filipino?
so hard to pick. I guess I can start with Berea. There is a place called Boss Chicken, and they have chicken wings and chicken tenders, but it's a little more than that. It's so good. What else is out there? I'm big on Asian food. Our Asian town in Cleveland is awesome, and there's a lot of good places there. Dim sum. There's one place called Liwa that I love, and they come out with the carts, and you pick what you want. So that's pretty good too.
Okay. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a good chicken wing, can you?
I cannot, and it's so close, walking distance. It's
Ooh,
scary, scary. Yeah,
that's tough. That's a tough one. I can't have anything within walking distance of where I work. Like
right.
I feel bad enough. There's a KFC across the street from my day job, and it's just like I have to stop myself from going to KFC every day because it's right there and it's quick and it's easy, and I can get it. And I'm obsessed with their chicken tenders. So yeah, it's dangerous for when I get around food.
Yeah.
It can get bad quick for me. And I'm a big griller. I love to
Okay.
grill. I just recently finally got myself my Blackstone grill, which I've been wanting for years. And I think I've had it almost 2.5 weeks. I think I've made every single meal that we have eaten on it so far. And I got to tell you, just being able to do that, I love it. I love to grill anything if I can find a way. Like I've been looking up like different recipes. Like I saw somebody like, oh, I made a pasta on my Blackstone. I was like, now you got this paisan intrigued. How did you do that?
Right.
Like, what? So, finding different recipes. Do you cook a lot yourself, or are you more going out and trying to find different spots?
I do like to cook a lot, and I just got a Blackstone last year, so I understand that
Nice.
excitement. I do have to clean mine this year. It got a little rusty over the winter, so I have to scrape that and clean it off, but it
Oh
shouldn't be
yeah,
too bad.
yeah. I'm not ready for that part. I've heard everyone's like, yeah, the cleanup afterwards after the winter time, it can get rough. I was like, I don't ever plan on stopping using this thing, so let's
Right.
get that out the way. Like, I don't think I'm gonna give it a chance to get rusty because I'm never gonna stop using it. I always got to check Johnny's facts on these ones, but I hear he says that you used to have a podcast that you were a part of yourself. So tell us a little bit about this podcast and how did that get its start?
I did. Excuse me, I'm getting over an illness here, so
I hear you.
it's going around. I did. I had a movie podcast for a while, kind of a pandemic thing. But as you know, the editing on that takes a while to edit
Yeah.
things. So I think that kind of got old after a few years. But we would just review two movies and figure out which one was better. Movies is a big hobby of mine, and kind of my friend group. We have a weekly movie night, see tons of movies. So that's kind of what that podcast was about. It was a lot of fun.
Do you have a favorite genre that you'd love to talk about on that?
Oh gosh, I do enjoy a good comedy.
Yeah.
If recently, I feel like comedies have not been the greatest, but
You're not wrong.
if there's a good one.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, but I think I don't want to say they're phoning it in with the comedies, but I think we need to get back to the old 90s dumb humor
Yeah.
where
Hmm.
it was just like, this is so stupid, it's funny. Like
Right.
bring back like Dumb and Dumbers and Tommy Boys and those type of movies, Step Brothers and stuff like that. Let's just make it to I don't want a huge storyline. I want dumb, simple humor the entire time with a little bit of a story background with my comedies.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I love movies. I'm a big comic book nerd too as well. So I
Okay.
got into the obviously the Marvel series and I still brag on my wife because when Endgame came out, I hadn't seen it yet. and I had planned on going with my son to see it. We were going to make a father-son day out of it. And then my wife at work, all of the guys she worked with were huge comic book nerds and already saw it. We were just sitting on the porch bullshit, and she was just like, "I can't believe Iron Man dies." I'm like, "You what? What
Oh my
did
gosh.
what?"
Yeah.
I was just
Just
like,
ruins the whole
I was
thing.
like, I'm just so upset with you right now. Like, I'm gonna need a minute to
Yeah.
process what you just said to me because you just ruined the whole movie. And I still rag on her to this day about that. Like, it just spoiler alert to the day. I was like, now I don't even want to see it. Like, I mean, I'm gonna, but I don't want to now.
It's horrible when someone spoils a movie
Yeah.
for you.
She's one of those people, though, like, if we're watching, like, a drama or something like that, if we're watching a movie or something like that, she will go on and look up how the movie ends because she hates surprises.
That's how my fiance is. Yeah, yeah. She'll go and look up shows or movies that we're watching to
Yeah.
find
And
the ending. I'm like,
I'm like,
whew.
why? Like, just enjoy the mystery of wanting to know what happened. Why do you have to know what happens?
Right.
Because we got into a show. I got her into a show, old show, Burn Notice, about
Oh,
the.
heard of it. Never watched it.
Oh, it's a phenomenal series. I think it's
Okay.
still on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a, I don't want to say it's a cop drama, but it's a CIA operative that gets burned and his way of trying to get back into the CIA and prove that he didn't do what they say he did.
Gotcha.
And just all the things he had to do. And I had watched the whole series before, and I got her into it. And she's like, "Well, how does it end?" I was like, no, I'm not going to tell you." And of course, I see her over on her phone, like looking, like I'm
Yep.
going to snatch it out of her hand. Like, no, I don't want you to know. I want you to sit and enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. But movie reviews can be tough though when you're doing that. Were you tough on like these all the Hollywood critics, I guess, would say? Because there's sometimes they're like, "Oh, this movie was terrible. I wouldn't see it." I see it, and I'll go and watch it. And it's like, this movie was phenomenal. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
were you tough like that, or you kind of like more of like the feel good? We're gonna sit at a bar. We're gonna shoot the shit about it.
I was pretty more lightweight about it. My friend who also was on the podcast with me, he's a little more critical of movies. So I think it was a good balance between us. So, but I think most of the time that we agreed. But there were certainly times where I liked it more than he did.
I gotcha. Yeah, sometimes I know Johnny and Finny he loves helping out with this show, but there's times when, I mean, I know I started it and brought him on, that I think that he's taken over he loves it a little bit more than me sometimes because he's just all about it, and I love him for that. Like, that's not a
Yeah.
knock on Johnny or me or anything like that, but like there's times when it's like, man, I get waking up to text at 4 a.m. from you, man, and you're like, hey, man, I got this person lined up, I got this, I got this. I'm like, dude, I appreciate it, but
You're like, it's
like,
4 a.m.
it's 4 a.m., Johnny. I had another hour of sleep, brother. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, love Johnny to death. He's been huge for the show and helping out. We're so happy to have him on as the manager of the Ride Home Rants here. But with you being an alum and an employee of BW, what would you tell students and their families about the why they should choose BW for colleges?
And of course, it goes back to that community aspect. So that's kind of what makes us different. A lot of those college campuses have big auditoriums where they have classes with large students. My biggest class size at BW was maybe 30, and my smallest class was like 8. So you really get to know those professors, and they'll give you their cell phone numbers. They tell you to message to text them, call them, anytime if you have questions. And it's that feel that makes it a lot better. Now I'm a little biased since I went there and worked there, but yeah, that's kind of what distinguishes us, is that personal touch, I guess.
I get it. I went to a smaller college, Bethany
Mhm.
College, and like you said, I think 30 was even considered a huge class
Yeah,
at Bethany College, and like I liked that smaller. I don't want to say more intimate, but more intimate aspect of it, to where I my professors knew me by my
Mhm.
nickname. They didn't know me as, oh, you're student 4562143. Like they didn't know me as a number like a lot of my friends that went to a Marshall, a WVU, or big Ohio State like that. That you were a number to them.
Yeah.
I still have in my cell phone some of my professors' numbers, and I know I could pick up the phone and call them today, and they'd answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of community, and I think that's good for a college student because you're still getting the college aspect of it, but you're getting a I don't want to say better because I know the bigger schools are good for there too, but like, and I don't want to trash anybody that goes to a bigger school, but you're getting a more intimate learning experience when you're at a smaller college. And it could benefit somebody, especially like me, because I mean, I tell everybody, you don't go into being a comedian because you were book smart. So, having that aspect definitely helped out.
Yeah, for sure. And the proximity to Cleveland is a big thing. Most of our competing schools are kind of out in the middle of nowhere, Ohio. We are 15 minutes from Cleveland. So you kind of have all those opportunities once you graduate, but you're also in a suburb. I actually live in Berea as well. So it's a very safe suburb. That's usually what I tell families as well, because I know that they probably have a lot of concerns about safety and things like that.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think everybody always hears the bad things about Cleveland,
Yeah.
which it's in any town, but being a bigger city like that, like people only hear the bad things. I know there's a lot of good up in Cleveland. As somebody who goes up there for comedy shows, I wouldn't continue to go there for comedy shows if it was a bad place to go.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I've been to it a bunch. Johnny lives up that way. He's always wanted to be out that way. I know we've talked about that on the show too as well, and I've talked to a lot of fantastic people here. But Rudy, we are running down here near the end of the episode, and I do have to get this segment in, and I think I know you know what's coming here. But for the new listeners out there, that is the Fast Fitty Five. Five random questions from the wonderful manager of the podcast, Johnny Fitty Falcone. uh, they're kind of rapid fire, but you can elaborate if you need to. And Rudy, these have nothing to do with what we've been talking about for the better part of 30 minutes here.
Sounds good.
So if you are ready, we will get started with the Fast
Let's
55.
go.
All right, question number one. What's a better nickname, the Big Mac or Slick Rick?
Let's go the Big Mac.
The Big Mac. Okay. What's harder, in your opinion, to be more stylish? Just having a mustache with slicked back hair or having a bald head with a goatee?
Ooh, I'm gonna say mustache because I cannot grow one. So
Okay. As
Mhm.
somebody who has a full beard, and it's usually a lot thicker, it just got way too hot, and I had to trim it up. But my wife has always said that quick way to a divorce is to shave just the mustache into, into the face. So yeah, I would have to go mustache on that one for sure. Uh, question number three: are jelly donuts better than cream filled donuts?
No way, creamfield all the way.
Yeah, I love me a good cream filled donut. Question number four: what color don't you like at all?
Ooh, I'm gonna say we'll go yellow.
All right,
Not sure why, but that's the first that came to mind.
first okay. I gotcha. Last but not least, what are your thoughts on geese?
I'll take them. They're kind of fun to watch. Scary but
But
fun.
they're fun to watch, but I don't know.
But I have been attacked by one before, so
Yeah, I was just say they're mean. Like, they're just
they are
mean.
mean.
That's what that I've been. Yeah, I got a scar on my
Oh gosh.
on my butt from one. I was helping a buddy out. He worked at a golf course cutting and trimming up and maintenance, and he asked me to come and help him. I was like, "Yeah, I got you, buddy." And I was right down by the pond there, and I was like, "Oh man, this dude's not gonna do anything. We have a mower. I'm bigger than him. Next thing I know, he's all up on me." So like, yeah,
Yep.
I geese, not a fan. So that's it.
I understand.
That's it for me. But that was the Fast 55. And Rudy, I got to say, he took it a little easy on you, I think, on these ones. Typically, we get a lot harder questions. The mustache
Sure.
one was definitely the toughest question for sure. But Rudy, I mean, like I said, we are running down near the end of the episode. I give every guest this opportunity at the end of every show. If there's anything you want to get out there, if there's anything you want to promote, even if it's just BW or even if it's just a good message in general, I'm going to give you about a minute and the floor is yours.
Yeah, I think the only thing is, be kind. I think we could use a little kindness in this world. So that's about it. I'll keep it short and sweet.
I love it. I love it when people have a good message, and that's a great one. Just be kind. There's too much hate going on in this world, and doesn't cost anything to be nice. So
Exactly.
that's a great message to end the show. And with that being said, that is going to do it for this week's episode of the Ride Home Rants podcast. I want to thank my guest, Rudy Kuntz, for joining the show again. A lot of fun to get to talk to you and get to learn a little bit more about you and BW as well. And as always, if you enjoy the show, be a friend, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell them anyways. They might like it just because you didn't. That's going to do it for me, and I will see y'all next week. The Ride Home Rants podcast wants to thank you for listening and let everybody know that we do offer monthly subscriptions to help support the show in other ways other than listening and downloading each episode. What you will get with each subscription is you will get bonus episodes that aren't released to everybody. You will also have a chance to ask me anything each and every month where I will put out a special episode just to answer your questions. You will also get more exclusive content that is not released to everybody. To subscribe to the show, go and click on the link in the description of this episode, and I look forward to your added support and to help us keep this show going.